Hey guys, it's Kristen. So, it is almost midnight. It is the 22nd, almost 23rd. Oh, so yeah, it's been kind of a rough few weeks, kind of when Taurus kind of went into Mars before it just went into Gemini. I was just extremely tired and pretty much sick the whole time. The family's been sick. I've been sick. I've still been sick. I'm a little bit sick, but I'm almost better. Sort of. I have a little bit of like nose stuff and all of that. But for the most part, I'm finally getting better, and I still have one sick kid, and yeah, he's got like gunk in his eyes and stuff like that. So I'm just hoping that that's almost done. the the joys of being a mother and having to deal with sick kids is not fun. That's one of the things that is really hard, especially when they're little and when they're sick. You just feel extremely vulnerable because you can't do anything to, you know, fix it or make it go away, and it's rough. But also the last few weeks I've been kind of dealing with a lot of things that I've been talking about in my previous videos about wounds and trauma, and things have been coming up, and it's just, and also right now there's just a lot of things pulling me in different directions, just certain little things that have been coming up that I have had to go and attend to, and something else will pop up, and then another thing will pop up, and and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, I might go think about going to school for astrology, or do classes, or I think maybe it's just classes. I'm still haven't really looked into that because I've been so busy, and I've been really deeply looking into astrology just for myself, like just deeply reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. And then I'm writing and writing and writing and writing. And I'm writing for hours. And I've actually found that right now with writing, I have been able to, bring up what is going on inside of myself. And so right now, writing is one of the things that is helping me to understand kind of where I'm at and what's going on in my head. So that is a really good thing. But also it's extremely painful to talk and really explain or bring up things of what had hurt me as a child, or my teenage years, or young adult, things like that. So I've just been right now. It's not that I don't feel lost. I feel, like I said, I feel like I'm being pulled in different directions. I feel a little bit kind of like, I don't, it's not just even, I don't know. It's just, I know I'm supposed to be doing videos. It's all I know. That's basically all I know. All I know is I am meant to put videos out for whatever reason that I have a benefit to help other people, or select people that know what I've gone through, what I've been through, and can understand me and know that I am a extremely, I mean, I'm not here boosting my ego or anything, but I am extremely intelligent, and I I I think a lot about future things, and you know, I know I'm different. I've known it since I was a kid. I've known it since I was a kid, especially whenever I started school. Like, I started school in first grade because I got homeschooled for kindergarten. But, anyways, yeah. So, I just knew whenever I would talk to other kids that I just, I just felt different. I didn't. It's just something in the you just know, like in your intuition, you just know that you're not like it. You're not like a lot of people, and it's hard to find people who are eccentric and have just that more of like the independent individual that is, like I said, eccentric and out of the box. Just it's like walking. It's just like you're in a room full of like 100 people, and you walk into that room, and everybody just looks at you. It's like that. That's kind of what I mean, like in a good way. But sometimes, mysterious. It's a mysterious thing of, who is this person, and you kind of want to get to know them more and figure out. Just figure them out, I guess. I mean, like very unique as well, very unique, and that's really. It's funny. Whenever as a teenager, I always said that, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like my mom. And whenever people would say, "Oh, you you do this just like your mom," I always get mad. I'd be like, "No, I am not like my mom. I was not like my mom." and now I embrace it. Now I embrace it and go, you know what? Like, that's awesome. And now I've realized, like today, so example, like this necklace here, this heart here. So I don't remember how old I was, but my mom and I went shopping one day, and she took me to, I think it maybe was like a bead store, some kind of stamp store, because they used to have a rubber stamp business. And there were a few hearts, like different looking hearts. They were all different. And my mom picked one, and then I saw this one, and I immediately knew. I was like, I really like that one. And so she got me this heart, and we were planning to make like a necklace, like do more with this, because my mom is an artist and she loves making her own jewelry and everything like that. And we had planned to do that, and it just kind of never happened. There's other things that had happened, and it just, with time, it just didn't happen. So anyways, eventually my mom's kind of, making hints and talking about my heart, my heart necklace. And she's like, I think I really actually like your heart better than mine. And I'm like, oh yeah, really? And she's like, yeah, I actually think I like that one better. And she just keep talking about it. And I was like, yeah, she really likes this heart. So I ended up giving it to her. Say, here you go. You are expressing that you really like this heart. So I'm just going to give it to you, because she seemed so passionate about it that she liked it. So I gave it to her. And, you know, with her unfortunately passing, you know, now I got it back. And so it's been sitting up on my dresser because I have like a few jewelry sets kind of on the dresser, like just for looks and stuff, and just to have it there too. And I haven't worn this necklace in many years. I think it's been since I was a teenager, because I've never had anything that I would wear with it, I guess. And I just, you know, I don't know. And so I actually the other day looked, you know, passed by and I was like, you know what? I really want to wear that necklace. Really want to wear that necklace, and I hope I can wear it sometime, you know, because I haven't worn it in a long time. And, you know, this was like a few days, I swear it was like 2 days ago, like whenever it popped up in my head. And sure enough, I don't know what happened. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear something different. But that's me anyways. Like, I like to wear different shit and, you know, do crazy things, you know. Sometimes I really do like to dress up and be more feminine. I'm not always like, you know, not acting more like a woman, I guess, because my parents would always say like I'm a man inside a woman's body, basically, like the way that I act and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyways, I had planned like a whole different outfit, but for whatever reason, I'll kind of show it a little bit if I can, but I have a skirt. I actually got my mom, see here. So the skirt here, I mean, look how freaking cool that is. Like, look, that is so cool. And that was actually, you know, at Target. I think that was like, my mom was doing chemo treatments, and Target, when they were still having like good clothes, they had these skirts, and I was confused because it was winter time, but these skirts are really pretty. So it was this one, and then there was a silver one. And I was with my mom because we were getting gloves that day, and she's like, "Oh my God." And I knew immediately when I saw that purple skirt, I knew my mom was going to immediately go over there and look at it. So she's like, "Oh my God, I wish I could get this." And, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, you know, I was like, oh, okay, Christmas coming. So I got her this skirt and the silver skirt. And I actually always wanted those skirts to have for myself, but you know, so now I have them. And yeah, so it's freaking cool. It's so cool. And so I was like, oh, I don't really have something neat to wear with it. So I was like, well, black kind of goes with everything. So I put this shirt on, and then I was like, well, you know, I had a whole different set also of earrings before I put the necklace on. And I said, you know what, I need to get a necklace. So I went over there and got a necklace, and I was like, you know, this skirt is really just out there and so awesome. So I was like, oh my gosh, the fucking heart necklace. I was like, that matches perfectly. And so I put it on. I'm like, oh, it looks amazing. And so I was like, well, now I need to have different earrings because these earrings that I'm wearing, they don't match. So guess what? And this is so cool. I enjoy the little things, okay? I enjoy little things like this. I think it's just so cool that this all kind of worked out. And it was just meant to be. The universe was just like, yeah, you were supposed to wear this and then this, you know. So open us up. And I actually have some jewelry that my grandma had given me, which is from my dad's mom before she passed away. And I had never worn these earrings because they're just different, and I haven't ever really had anything, an outfit to really wear them with. Look at this. Look at this. Oh no. Let me fix my mic real quick. I mean, I'm telling you, yeah, this is. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to fix my mic. Okay, sorry. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It matches. It matches. I mean, and they're so cute. Look at this. Look at a little heart, with the green and pink, and these aren't real. These are just stick-ons. I used to have 2 up here, and of course it got infected. I tried everything and it didn't fucking work, and so I had to get them taken out. Anyways. It's just beautiful. I just love the little things. I love the little things that just kind of work out like that, because I honestly was just kind of shocked. Like, oh my gosh, this is just so cool. I don't know. I kind of felt like my mom and my grandma were over there, just kind of like, here you go. She's gonna wear this, and this is I mean, I don't know. It just worked out. It worked out great. And it's fucking midnight right now, and I was like looking at this stuff at fucking 11 p.m. It's just crazy, So that's my little story for that, which took a little while. I just don't want this to fall again. Okay, hopefully it doesn't fall again, but yeah. So Saturday so Saturday the 20th, I'm pretty sure that was Saturday, but Mars entered into Gemini, which depends on where Gemini is in your chart, and I'm Gemini rising, so I get doubled up, Gemini, and I can't remember which one was in my 12th house. Oh, my Mars is in the 12th house. It's like hidden things. And then my descendant, my Gemini rising, is 7th house. And this is for 8 months. 8 months. Usually Mars goes into a different sign every 6 weeks, but we're now in Mars and Gemini for 8 months, which is right now for me. I'm just saying this is for me. Literally, when Mars went into Taurus, was just awful. It was awful for me. I mean, immediately got sick. Like, immediately, that's when I got COVID, and my kids were sick, everybody was sick, and then my kids got another infection, and then I caught that, and then I've been sick with that for almost 2 weeks. So I've been sick for literally, it's been almost 5-6 weeks. I've been really, really sick. And then I had children that have been sick. So even during that time too, it just was slow. I ate a lot, of course, because I always have a Taurus moon, so I snack a lot. I love snacks. And Taurus moon tends to eat the same fucking thing all the time. So You know, sometimes I will continue to eat or drink or snack on the same thing for every single day for months on end. And then one day I'm just like, you know what? I'm over this. And then I, you know, get into something, eat something else that I really enjoy. And then I continue to do that for a couple of months. That's just what I do. But I think I love food a little too much. But, you know, I love to snack. That's just me. But it just, I ate a lot and then I slept. I was so tired. I was so tired all the time. I had no energy and so sick, eat a lot. It was just, I just felt like I wasn't getting any clarity or channeling. It just felt like dead. It felt like, you know, when you just hear static, it literally felt like that. I was trying to tune in. I was trying to, you know, hear my channeling and hear my messages, but I just could not get it. And I just, and then that's when a lot of, you know, trauma and wounds came up and things that I had to continue to keep working on. And I'm going to continue to keep working on that because it's literally, nobody is going to perfectly heal themselves ever, because we as humans continue to change and grow and evolve. And so it's going to be constant. But as Mars went into Gemini on Saturday, I'm not even fucking kidding. I literally finally have so much energy. I have so much energy. I have way more energy than I had with Mars and Taurus. And I feel so much better. And I am hoping that this is what it's going to be like for the next 8 months, because that's amazing. That's amazing for me. I don't know about everybody else, but it's amazing for me right now. And I hope that it stays like this for the next 8 months for me. And I could get a lot done. Hopefully I could get a lot done and start pushing myself to go back into going to the gym, working on myself, and keep evolving that self-love, because I have a hard time, especially with self-love right now. I see it in my writing. I definitely, I've seen some other things come up where as I'm writing, I'm not going to change what I have wrote down, because people say, oh, well, you're going to manifest that then because you wrote it down. And it's like, no, it's not, because everybody has their own specific way that they can manifest. Just because, not everybody can manifest by writing something down. Everybody's different. Some people can manifest through, just putting an idea in their head, and that's it, and that works better than writing down, because writing down may not even work for that person. So anyways, writing down and not changing it, because it's nice to see things that I need to continue to work on, because it's so beneficial, not just for you, but for the people around you, to know your shadow self and know the things that you're doing that may cause you to project your trauma onto other people and cause them to have trauma because you were not healed and broken. But the thing is we all are doing this. We are all going through this. And I know right now, especially with the collective, most of the collective right now is literally going through this. Right now, we're evolving and we're moving into a higher frequency, whether or not some people are definitely not, but most of us are moving to a higher frequency. And a lot of people can feel it. A lot of people can feel that they don't want to continue to be doing certain things that they were doing in the past. And especially with bad habits, addictions, codependency, that's a huge thing for me, because I love my time alone. I have to have my time alone. I have Venus in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius in the seventh, I want to say in the 7th house. I can't really fully remember right now, but I have Venus in Aquarius, and there's some other things that cause that. But it causes, in my relationships, I have to have time to myself. I have to be in a relationship where both of us take time away from each other. Whether that's they go to work out of town and I'm home and I have my time to myself, so I can sit here and get emotions and people's energy off of me, and so I can also study myself and listen and get messages and channel, and that's where I get my messages. And also when I listen to music, I also just instantly get messages. They just pop in my head, and then I write them down. I definitely write things down when things come and they pop up in my head. But yeah, there's just a lot going on with people right now, and especially, that's kind of what's been going on with me, and so I kind of just wanted to talk about that a little bit, especially on the video, because right now I've just been struggling. I've been struggling to just keep routine, keep pushing myself, because I tend to be lazy. And I have to learn to push myself. And know that that's how I'm going to get somewhere, is I got to push myself, and I have to just do it, just do it. And, I don't have to post every week, and I don't have to post multiple videos. I am doing videos when I feel like I need to do videos. There's going to be times where I may feel like doing 3 videos a week. That one week I did 3. I was crazy. I was channeling, and I was like, let's go. And so that's what I did. Right now, it's been pretty difficult with everything going on right now, and especially with people that have Gemini rising right now are going through a lot of mental things, and it's hard. We're getting slammed right now, and especially in September, it's not the whole month. It's mental issues, and so I'm trying to be prepared, and I'm trying to. I'm here to still send messages and do video, but I'm also here to be honest and be authentic. I have to be myself. I can't pretend to be anybody else, and learn to just not give a fuck. Even though I'll sit there and say I don't care, I don't give a fuck, but the problem is deep down I do, and I have to learn to take that and really actually not care what anybody thinks, you know, because I am my own person. I am I have to be my own person. I have to be and have my own individual what's the word? Individuality. I think I said that right. But you know, I have to have that. I can't not have that, you know. I can't be just dependent on a partner or one person or another person that, you know, and go by living it just in their life and not do anything for myself. And I want to be my own person. I want to be able to have that and express that and express the things that I need to express and say. And it's just been a little rough, and I have to be honest. That is the main thing that I have to do, is be honest. Is really, really true honesty. And just because somebody comes on videos and every video they come out, they may be a great speaker, great leader. And there's going to be times where they need that help. They need somebody to help teach them some things and guide them in maybe in certain directions, or guide them in some ideas, or somebody gives them ideas, or, you know, you sort of, you know, you don't have to have a mentor or what they call a guru, but to have somebody that can express certain ideas in different ways on how you can do something to grow and be better, basically. We need that. And whoever that is a great speaker or leader, they also need people like that, or someone like that. So understand that we all need that. We all need somebody who can come into our life, or our multiple people who can give you different ideas and different ways of thinking and doing something different, and especially giving you advice and guiding you into a better direction. Because sometimes we think that we're doing the right thing. We think that we know all the answers, when we don't. And I don't either. I just come on here and I talk about what's channels with me, and that's what I do. And at the end of the day, I just want to help people, and I just want people to feel like they're accepted and loved for who they are, no matter what, and that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. It's okay that you don't fit in. It's okay that you don't have any friends. It's okay if you've been shunned out from a lot of females or males or whoever. That most of the time, because of that, it's because people are threatened by your uniqueness and by your intelligence and by just the presence and energy of who you are. People get threatened by that. And I hope my messages can teach people that that are like this and like me, to go for whatever you want to go for, and just do it. Just go for it. I have kind of always been scared of success, because not just, this is like a weird way of saying it, because I think I've said this before in a few videos, or in a past video, but it's almost a way of I get scared of success because I will somehow self-sabotage myself to not be successful. And I think it's just because I have that fear of, if I am successful or if I do get success, that it's going to eventually go down anyways, or I'm eventually fail or go down anyways. So before that happens, or before, like I said, before that even happens, I start self-sabotaging myself and do it on my own, so I don't have to possibly deal with maybe that happening, if that makes sense at all. And I am learning to just push myself to go ahead and do what I need to do, because if I don't, I am continuing the same pattern that I've always been doing. My dog is having a nightmare. Olaf, get up. Gosh, crazy. But I think I lost my thought because of my dog. Oh my gosh. But anyways, patterns and trauma and things like that, I am definitely really, really looking into that. I really, really want to know almost all of my shadow self and my dark side, because I feel like the best thing for anyone, is to know everything about your shadow self and your dark side, and become friends with your dark side. Because when you know everything about your shadow self and your dark side, which I don't think you would know everything, but if you know most of your dark side and your self side, or your shadow side, when you make friends with the light and the dark and balance that together, you learn when something comes up, whether it's a conversation or an action that you did, and it's something from your dark side or your shadow self that came up, then you immediately know. You immediately know the moment it happens, and then you reroute yourself. And I think that right there is probably the best thing for anyone. Really, for anyone, because you have learned to understand yourself, completely understand yourself, and know who you are. You know everything. You know who you are, and my dark side just popped up. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it. Turn it off. Turn it off. And that will take you to better places in life than not knowing, or not trying to grow, and not trying to change any patterns or work through your trauma or wounds or anything. I think right now a lot of people are working on this, and they're going through this, and it's hard, it's rough, but at the same time, I almost feel like a completely different person. And people could say, oh, well, you're having a midlife crisis. But it's also my Saturn return, And it finally ends in the end of March. Thank God. It's been a it's been a rough ride. And I feel myself growing. I could say changing I could say changing maybe. I'm kind of weird with change because a lot of people, even when you can grow and you can start being a better person and stop doing certain habits and certain things that is on your dark side that you stop doing or you're working on or whatever, but you're still that person. You're still you. You know, that dark side and that shadow self is still there though. But you've been working on it and learning to be friends and kind of close that door. Learning to know when to use it and when not to use it. And that is a powerful thing. That is a powerful thing once you learn how to do that. And I'm definitely learning, especially with my writing right now, that certain things are popping up that I will read it and go, oh, okay, yeah, that I need to work on, or that's, I'm being a little bit being a little bit codependent right there, or I'm being kind of a little, that's not, and with the self-love thing, whenever I get into this mode of all, like, I just, in my head, my mind, it goes 100 miles an hour. There's things that go through my head all the time. It doesn't shut up. It never shuts up. And it's always, I just want to learn everything. I want to know everything. I don't want to do everything once or something new, and I want to do it. But, not everything. There's some things that I would not do, but I am a very curious person, and I want to just know. I want to know. And right now, I am really studying astrology. And there's the reason I think I love astrology, because right now it's one of my, I would say it's one of my hobbies now, because I have a very great passion now for it. And I don't believe astrology is the end all be all. I think for me, because it's rough because I don't follow the same values now as whenever I was a child, and I had to follow certain values whenever I was growing up, like when you get told, oh, you need to do this, or this is the thing that you should be doing, and that's it, because a lot of women, they get told, especially like, this is what you look for in a man. And once you get it, then you're supposed to get married and have children. And, you don't think about that because, especially in the Matrix, because we're in the Matrix, they tell you that what you should do and what you should do with your life. And, oh yeah, get married, have children, and, then do the same thing with your children that your parents did. And I'm not doing that. I'm stopping that. I am. I'm not allowing that at all, because I want my children to be able to choose what they want to do with their life. And I don't want to force my children to go somewhere or do something that they don't want to do. I have had things that in my childhood that I'm changing, that I'm not following what my parents did. Not everything, but I'm not saying my parents were bad parents at all, because my parents were amazing. My parents were awesome. There are things that my parents did not do right. But you know what? No parent is perfect. No parent does something exactly right every time. I'm going to just say that. Because now that I have children, now I understand. Now I understand that there is no fucking way that you're going to get your shit right. Not all the time. There's no fucking way. Because you know what? With certain things that go on with your child, there is like 5, 10 other, decisions that you can make that you're like, okay, well, hopefully I made the right decision, because you just, parenting is just like going for it. That's the hard thing about parenting. Being a mom, and or I'll be, even dads. It's one of those things also that you cannot leave. That's kind of a responsibility of most things you can leave, like your job or a person, a marriage, a relationship. You can leave friends, uh, but you can't leave your children. You can't just walk away from your children. There are people, and there are parents that do that, which is really sad. But you can't run away from that. You can't walk away from your children. Like, you have to be there, and you have to be a parent and have to do that responsibility. So I would say, especially the Matrix and these things that I have now noticed, and I've realized that I had followed the values of my parents and realized that I can make my own values, that I don't have to follow what my parents, taught us, or, what we grew up doing, because I'm an adult now and I can do what I want to do, and I don't have to do the same thing that my parents did, and do the same values or any of that. And it's been kind of a, whenever they say you take the rose-colored glasses off, it's literally like that. And it's probably way more than that. It's literally, I can't even explain. It's maybe somebody slaps the shit out of you or punches you in the face, and then you're like, oh, and then it's like a totally different. It's a totally different way of seeing things, and now seeing the world, and seeing how a lot of things you're just going with it because that's what you were told to do. And a lot of the times, though, I didn't do what I was told to do, though. So, I mean, a lot of the things, there are certain things that I did, but a lot of the times, though, I rebelled, because I am not, I'm not like, oh, you have to do this, you need to do this, and do that, and especially with school, I did okay, I think. Actually, I did okay sometimes. It depended on the grade, but even I think in second and third grade, I was failing certain classes because it just was not interesting to me at all. It just felt boring, and like, why am I here? What's the point of this? And especially high school. High school, I didn't care. I wasn't interested. I think I got like C's and D's. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I think I mean, I graduated. But that's the thing is, people will look at, and even college, or people will look at your, what is it, your GPA from your high school, and kind of judge you on that. And it's like, I'm actually very smart. It's just I didn't care about high school. I didn't care about those classes. Like, and then now as an adult, I haven't even used a lot of those things that we learned in high school or they were teaching in high school. So it just it's just there's going to be a lot of new things that are going to be coming up that people are now, I think, seeing the reality of what is going on now, and that it can no longer stay the way that it's been because it's not working. When things are continuing to cause issues or problems, and it's just that's kind of your way of looking at that something is not working. And that goes with anything. It's like whenever you're with somebody, it's just constantly, bad thing, bad thing, bad thing, bad choice. It's just, it's not going to work. That it's not going to work. I mean, that's just reality. And that's what's going on right now with the world. It's just, there's things that are, and especially in America, it's just, things are not working the way that they have been, and it's going to fall. And nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen. Astrology can predict and people can make certain assumptions of what's going to happen and predictions. And there are some really great astrologers that make predictions and get it right, because they go by history and they go by transits and they look through that. And it, like I said, history repeats itself. And it's great to make predictions, but still those predictions are limited, and it's still a very unknown still of not sure the exact details. And all I can say is that we're now in a world where planning something is no longer going to work. Because it's just not. Things are going to continue to happen. Events are going to keep coming in to where you have plans and something happens and you can't go. Or somebody cancels, or somebody changes where it's going to be at, or the time, or, it's just going to be things. It's going to be things like that. It's just going to be unexpected changes. And that's what's crazy is I have been through it. That's in my chart though. That's in my chart and in my patterns that I will continue to have for the rest of my life. And that's something that I'm learning in this life, is to let go of control, because that is one of the biggest things that I have to work on, is learning to stop trying to control an outcome of something, just anything, just to stop trying to have control. I am so damn stubborn. I am really working on that. I have such a hard time with that. And it's just, for me, I want to feel like I know what's going to happen, so that I can feel better about it. And it's a way of almost coping myself to make myself not hurt if something doesn't come out as a good outcome, or if it does come out with a good. I don't ever, and this is the problem with the control, is I try to control the fact that I look at it as I'm controlling it to where I won't get myself fully hurt because I've already prepared myself for if that thing didn't work out, or if that was, just kind of negative. It's not of a control of positive, because I am just making sure I don't get hurt, because that's what I'm trying to do, is not get hurt. I don't want to have the feeling of being hurt and getting hurt, but I have to let go of that control and know that it doesn't matter because an outcome is going to be an outcome, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen anyways. So whether or not I think I have control, I fucking don't. And in my mind, I'm like, I fucking have control, and I don't. It's just something that I have to fucking learn, and I have such a hard time with that. And that's one of the things I'm really, really trying, because it's like, because it's like I want to know, like I want to prepare myself to, know that that's going to work out. I start going and working myself with, oh, this thing's going to work out. So I start preparing for things. And then when it doesn't work out, it's like, it's actually more painful. So if you can learn from me and what I just said here, is it's hard to let go. And especially it's hard to let go of people that you love, especially when it's friends or family, or a relationship or a marriage, or loss. It's hard. It's really hard. It's still something that I continue to make sure that I am doing okay, and that I am processing certain things in my life. If it's been like a big event, especially with my mom passing, I'm learning to check in with myself. And that's why I said I write. And you could, if this may help you, you could, and it doesn't have to be you send it to somebody, but whether or not maybe you do send it to somebody, a letter, or you can pretend that you're sending it to somebody, and you can either, light it on fire, or keep it, or shred it, throw it away, doesn't matter. But you could write and say you're writing to somebody, and write what you feel and what's going on with you, especially if you're not good at being kind of emotionally open, or if you're not good with being vulnerable. Sometimes writing is actually very good with bringing out emotions or feelings that's going on with you. And I recommend to try that and see if that helps, or see if that works, and see if anything comes up. And especially if you've gone through something recently that has been extremely painful. And I know we all go through things. We all go through life it's hard. There's things that happen that we have no control over, and especially if it's unexpected, or it's just, or it could be something that, you know, we did ourselves, and we're in a bad place now because of the decisions and choices that we made. And that goes for anything. And it doesn't matter. It's just, we're humans and we're not perfect at all. And I recommend to write, and if anything comes up, I'm not a therapist, but if there are some serious things that are coming up, definitely talk to somebody or talk to a professional. But the things that come up, and if anything comes up, I recommend to definitely try to go in and really bring up why and where that happened, and to get to the root, because once you got to get to the root, and you got to take that root out. And when you get to the root, that is the hardest part, and then really ripping it out is hard, because you are having to almost relive that pain and trauma again by going in and working on it and trying to release it and let it go, and know that we all make mistakes. We all hurt each other. We all are not good. We all are bad too. But at the same time, we're all just trying to figure out our life and where we're going. And a lot of people right now may feel lost and don't know where they're going and don't know what they're doing, or have regrets that if they've done something or didn't do something. And I just encourage anybody to just learn to forgive yourself. Learn to forgive yourself. Really. You have to learn to know that you go through life, whether you are non-emotional or an emotional person, making decisions usually by whether it's your mind or your heart. But either way, you're making decisions based on feeling and intuition or knowing. And if it was not right, or if it was not the right choice, or if it was not the right thing, or you just got into a bad place in your life, that it's okay, and that you can forgive yourself for that. Because there's times where we think we're doing the right thing, or we think that it's not it's not a big deal, or it's not going to affect you that bad, or it's not going to cause a problem or an issue. And we're all kind of we battle ourselves all the time to figure out life and to figure out what the hell we're doing sometimes, or especially like where you go. I mean, like right now with the Matrix, especially right now, I've had extremely hard time because I lost my job last August. I was sick all the time from septic shock, and I needed accommodation because I just could not. And even working from home, my fatigue was so bad. I was sick all the time. I tried. I really did, and they just did not want to accommodate, and they caused even more problems for me, which caused more, actually probably more sickness because of the stress and the anxiety. And I knew anyways with my intuition that it was not going to work. I already knew that my time was done with this place. So when I got fired, because I had already used my short-term disability, and that's when the long-term disability kicked in. A lot of the times when people are sick or have an injury or anything like that, once your short-term disability goes into long-term disability, most jobs, if not all of them, will fire you. And I saw this with my dad as well, especially working with the Quit Trip for 16 years. First manager to open up a Quit Trip in Phoenix, Arizona. Cool fact, but yeah, my dad got hurt on vacation, broke his heel in 28 places, fired him. 16 years. Here's the thing with this Matrix is that people are finding out that it doesn't matter what job you do, whether you hate it, whether you like it, whether you don't, whether it's decent, whether it's whatever, that these companies and these managers or CEOs don't care about you. They don't care. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about what's going on in your life. They don't care about your mental illness. They don't care about anything. They don't care about you. They care about you being there to make them money. And of course, you need that paycheck so you can pay bills and you can have health insurance. And let's not even get into health insurance, because I can go off on that, because I have dealt with the healthcare system for 15 years, and I have worked in the healthcare system for 7 years, 8 years. And the things I've seen and the things that I've heard, I have no hope in the healthcare industry. I really don't. There are some good doctors and some good nurses. But personally, going into offices, like when I go in to see a nurse or see a doctor, I've never met a good one. I thought I did. With the doctor that I did my excision surgery for endometriosis and PCOS, he was a great doctor. That was one of the ones that I was amazed with. But then when I got septic shock 2 days after I had the surgery, he didn't want to deal with me, didn't want to talk about it. And of course, they don't want to talk about it because, they're afraid of getting sued. And, instead of being that good doctor that I thought he was, no. But, like I said, I can go into the healthcare system. I can go into it, but I'm not going to. Not in this video. But right now in this life, a lot of people right now are trying to figure out what they're really meant to do in this life. What is their purpose? What is their real purpose? What are you here for? We're not here to do a 9-to-5 job our whole life to get retirement at 65 and hope you make it to 65. By the way, because you may not. And you may sit there and work a shitty job for 60 years and die. And a lot of us now are waking up to the fact that is not the life. That is not the life. It's not. It's not a life. That's not a life at all. And I know I meant to do a job that helps people. And I'm not meant to do a job or meant to, I guess, I'm not meant to push for being, I guess, materialistic, or that's not the right word to say, but I'm not here to have a job to make a lot of money. Is kind of where I'm trying to get at. But I'm supposed to have a job that helps people, and I do get an income from that, though. But the problem is that I'm having right now, that I'm really having a hard time with, is I know I meant to do videos, or I know I meant to help people in some way, in some fashion, form, or some way. I am meant to help people. But I know I am supposed to express and be expressive because I have always been shut down from my expression. And that's one of the things that I know I meant to express, and I know I meant to help people. I'm doing these videos from literally deep down in my soul and show you me. It's me. And not have a mask on at all. Not have a mask. And literally just be me. And I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy doing these videos, and it actually makes me feel better. And honestly, it at first it is really awkward. At first, whenever you are filming the first few videos, it actually is really awkward because it just is, because it just kind of doesn't feel like normal. It's just awkward the first few videos. But I have gotten comfortable now with talking on camera, or really on my desktop because I don't have a camera. But I'm having a hard time because, I am being, like I said earlier, I'm being pulled in different directions, and I'm, the popped up that, I could go to school for astrology because eventually that can lead to having income in the, some point in the future. Because right now I don't have an income. I don't make money. And I lost my job last August. And I have to make income somehow. Like I really am trying to figure out what's going to happen. Like, I'm not trying to control that, because I'm not having expectations with this, because I'm okay if this doesn't go anywhere. I really am. I enjoy doing these videos and I enjoy putting them out because it's helping me. And I am hoping it's helping other people as well. And this is also for me. This is for me to be my individual self and to express myself. And if it doesn't work out and it doesn't go anywhere, I'm okay with that. But right now, in this point in my life, I've got to figure out what to do to get income somehow, and what that's going to kind of be for me. And it's just been a little bit rough for me because I really do believe that this is going to go somewhere. I don't know where, but I do believe that. I really do. And I know that God has a plan for me. And I just hope that it does go somewhere. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record, but I really do love helping people. There is nothing better, and honestly, really, there's nothing better than whenever I'm talking to a stranger or acquaintance, like sort of a friend, but acquaintance and whoever. And I am talking to them. They come to me, well, not really come to me, but I'll say hi and I'll talk to them and have a conversation and then give them my advice, or just talk to them and give them my advice or what comes to me. And there's nothing better whenever that person tells me that I helped them. I completely helped them with whatever was going on that they couldn't get an answer for or couldn't move on from, and I helped them move on from that or gave them the answer that they needed for that. And I'm not kidding. There's nothing better than that. Really. There's not. I love it. I love that I can actually change people's lives. Like, really. And it just gives me great joy for that, really. And so I really do. I really hope this goes somewhere, and I am learning just like everybody else, know that. But yet I know I have knowledge that I can give out and bring out and just be myself. Be that different person, that unique person that maybe a lot of people don't see. So, and I know, especially my astrology chart, people don't know what to think about me, especially people that are around me. They don't know what to think, especially with this. So, I kind of look like, that odd car or something. Whenever you see some kind of different car that is like different than any other car in the parking lot, it's like I'm that car in that parking lot. And that's what people see me as, is just different, not like everybody else. And that is what I love about myself, is I'm not like everybody else, and I am different, and I do think differently, and I love doing things like these, like my mom. I wear different things. I'm not kidding you. That is the coolest fucking shit ever. Look at this. Look at it. Like, look. It matches. I know it's not the same, like, pattern, but the colors, and it's hearts, and it's like, I mean, it's just the little things in life, you know? Anyways, I need to stop this video because it is almost 1:30 in the morning. And I have, I think, successfully done this video. I feel good about it. I really do. I really feel good about it. And I knew that I started feeling good. And I knew I needed to do the video. And I really hope you take my advice, and some people may already write and do that already, or do something different. Do something different that you normally don't do. Kind of go out and do something different that you normally don't do for once, and see how that works for you. Really, try some different things, whether it's your outfit, your makeup, your hair, you know, where you go to eat, whenever you order the same thing or something different. Do something different. Do something different. Go stand out. Go be that shining star and shine bright. Very corny, but you know what? Works. So that's it. That's it for this video. And really, if you watch this whole thing, thank you so much, because that's a long time. It's an hour and almost 30 minutes. So I literally appreciate it. Anybody that watches these videos, and if I have helped you in any way, please let me know. Really, please let me know. I would love that. If there is anything that I could do better, or, you know, have any critiques, please don't be rude. But any critiques I'm willing to take and look into. And like I said, I'm learning with this whole thing with these videos. Like, I know I need to start doing more whenever I post, like make a thumbnail and things like that. I need to start doing that, but I don't know how to do those things. So maybe I need to learn to do that and start. But either way, my mind needs to stop. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope I can start getting back on, I'm not going to say schedule, but getting back more with this, now that Mars is in Gemini, and I hope that this is the feeling that I have still for the next 8 months, because I will definitely be ready to go and ready to try to push myself out there a lot more. So anyways, what is today? Tuesday? I think now today's Wednesday, I think. No, it's Tuesday. So anyways, yeah, who knows? I may be back again this week. Maybe. If not, I will see you next week. And I appreciate you guys. So have a good day, because I'm going to be posting this now. So hopefully it's posted in the morning. So have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.